Okay, the question is, where is the weirdest place you have peed?
Okay.
When I was about 16, I apparently was sleepwalking, and I was on my mom's porch peeing and waving to traffic because she lived on a busy road.
Waving to traffic. Hello.
This is the Woody and Jim Show podcast, a daily recap of everything you missed.
Woody and Jim box of deeply awkward questions, and we have a volunteer listener. Katie is in Antioch. Hey, Katie.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Are you afraid of these deeply awkward questions, or you say bring them on?
Bring them on.
All right, bring it
Bring
on.
it
Just like the rest of us
on.
on the show, you have to answer it.
Okay. Zach's reaching into the box, and let's see what he has found.
The question is, what was the last lie you told that wasn't a white lie?
Oh.
So like a serious lie.
Like a legit lie.
Not just like, you made something up that doesn't really matter.
Right.
Oh, gosh. This is bad.
This requires an examination of conscience. I don't know. Is telling a lie that isn't the real reason you were late a white lie?
That's a white lie.
Okay.
That's just a little lie.
Because you're like, traffic
doesn't
was
really
bad.
hurt anybody, yeah.
Right. Oh, wow. The last lie.
What was the last lie that you told that wasn't a white lie? Like a legit lie. I hate Ricky's laugh right now.
Katie, do you have anything?
I think for me, mine would be that I still wanted to be with my ex after the last time he hurt my feelings.
Aw.
Oh,
So you
really?
lied to him, or you really wanted to be with him?
I think I lied because internally I knew that I didn't, but at the end of the day, like, I was willing to try again, and it bit me in the butt. But you live and you learn.
You live and you learn,
Absolutely
Katie.
you do.
All right.
I have to know, why did he hurt your feelings?
You'd have
He
to
did
ask
a
him.
culmination of because he didn't care about me.
Okay, so it was just over a long period of time, a lot of stuff added up.
Well,
yeah.
Katie,
You deserve better.
And we care about you,
Definitely.
Katie.
Yeah.
We are your new boyfriends.
All of us, including Ricki, are your new boyfriend.
Yes, we are your new boyfriends.
That's right.
Okay, Woody, I want to know, what was the last lie you told that wasn't a white lie?
I tell lies all the time.
Yeah, to pick just one. The most recent.
Usually they're just little white lies. I don't tell like terrible, awful lies.
Or do you? Are you lying? Was that the lie right there?
Come back to me. I don't know.
Think about it. Think about
Let me
it.
think about it for a second.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Jim, as the youth pastor of the group,
Right.
what is the last lie that you told that wasn't a white lie? I'm literally blushing right now. Here comes the tea.
I think I told my wife that I bought us concert tickets for a show, but it was that they were just $20 a piece. Like there was a sale, but I spent a lot more.
What an innocent lie.
Uh-huh.
I
Zach's
think,
like, I lie all the time about how much money I spend to my boyfriend.
Yeah.
I think that's
This would,
it's common. It's not a white lie, but I think it's common.
Yeah, and that would you'd get rid of your title of frugal Jim if you spent too much money on something.
Yeah.
This is true.
I always, whenever I buy something, I always tell my boyfriend, it's on sale. Even if it's not.
There's a lot of significant others out there that say that.
Ricki, what is the last lie that you told that was not a white lie?
I honestly don't lie that often, so I really can't think of one.
Here she is lying to us right now.
I really don't lie. I have no
Cold-blooded.
reason to. Also, I'm so good at lying that I start to believe my own lies, so I stop lying.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, it was really messed up.
So you've become like O.J. Simpson now.
I
You just believe your own lie long enough.
So I stopped lying. I was like, this is dangerous. I need to stop this.
Yeah.
I guess the last time I lied, but this is still kind of like a little white lie. Like I told my boyfriend that I liked one of the things that he cooked that I didn't like.
What was it?
I don't remember what the dish was, but I remember telling him later on that I actually didn't like it.
So you came clean.
Yeah. Yeah. But I lied about that.
All right, Zach,
Okay.
you love lying. You've talked about it.
It's your signature.
You're smiling because you know that it's true.
I'm trying to
You're
think of which
acting
one
appalled.
to tell.
Yeah, exactly.
So you have to give us one of the good ones recently.
Should I give you 2? Okay, I will.
Sure.
The last thing that I actually lied about was one of my friends is in the music industry and is like an artist. And she played me her new single, and it was trash.
Okay.
And I literally was like, oh my God, this is it. This is your hit. This is so good.
That's kind of a white lie to protect
That's
somebody's
a
feelings.
mean lie, though,
No,
because then they really think that they're good.
Yeah, then she got a really big head about it and literally went to like the head of her record label and was like, yo, this is the song I want to release. And I was like, that was bad.
That's
So
what
you-
I'm saying.
You sabotage their career.
Basically.
Okay. Wow,
And
that's
the
bad.
other lie was actually yesterday.
So this is a fresh memory lie.
It's
okay.
kind of a white lie, but I definitely lied. I had to get my blood drawn for life insurance, and she was like, how often do you drink alcohol? And I was like,
Oh.
like once a week.
Oh, wow. That is more than a white lie for you, sir.
Yeah.
That is a big lie.
Or maybe you drink a week's worth in one day.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I lied to this professional nurse that was drawing
Okay.
my blood.
She knew you lied.
They
It's
expect
fine.
that, though.
Oh, they're gonna know
When you fill
when
out
they
something
check
at
my
the doctor's
blood.
office, they
There's no
wanna
blood, it's all
double whatever
alcohol.
you write down. Yeah.
My blood is tequila.
Just straight tequila.
And she did it at your house. So just looking around and seeing all the empty wine glasses and tequila bottles, yeah, you were totally like, yeah, she didn't believe it.
Yeah,
But she wrote it down anyway that you said that. Okay.
sure did.
So Zach's a liar, liar, pants on fire.
My pants are literally not on fire.
Katie, thanks so much for being a guest member of the show and giving us your lie.
Yes, no problem. Thank
Yeah.
you guys.
We appreciate you, love. Have a good day, and I cannot wait to go on a date as your boyfriends.
Yes.
Yes, I would love that. Hit me up when you're ready.
Okay.
Care.
And I'm sorry I couldn't come up with a lie unless that is a lie.
That
was
is a lie.
The lie is I couldn't come up with a lie.
Here's what's trending this morning with Woody and Jim on the river.
Brought to you by Mark Spain Real Estate. You ever been shopping at Aldi and thought, oh, this would be a great place to get married?
No.
They are actually doing a contest. They're calling it Happily Ever Aldi.
Aww.
And they will pay for your wedding. You have to have it on the 9th of November. You have to already be engaged. You apply online. It includes a DJ, videographer. They give you $5,000. They decorate the
Oh,
decor
wow.
and the flowers and everything. It's a really complicated website. So just Google Happily Ever Aldi.
That's actually really sweet. I only want to do it for
That's
the
actually
5K.
a great
Yeah.
deal, too.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
Weddings are expensive.
No kidding.
Here for it.
Ricky, what you got?
So Tito's is playing a little prank right now, it seems. They have a canned cocktail on their website for $20 per canned cocktail because everybody loves those now. They're like
That's the big
Yeah.
thing.
the big
right now,
thing
yeah.
is a canned cocktail. The issue is that it's not actually a canned cocktail. It's a refillable cup. So it's empty.
Oh, so it's just an empty can.
Come on.
So people think that there's booze inside and they're buying it and it's an empty cup.
That's fraud.
Yeah. So it's
I'm sure
kind
they're
of like a
willing
little
to sell you the alcohol to go in it, though.
Yeah. It seems like it's kind of like a little joke, a little
Yeah,
prank
yeah.
thing going on. But don't fall for it, okay? If you want the cup, buy the cup, but just know there ain't no booze in it.
Okay.
Jim?
Well, Walker Hayes may be opening up something special.
Hey.
In a recent interview, he talked about opening a fancy Applebee's on Broadway in Nashville.
Fancy. What,
Because he wants to bring that song back.
I wonder
After
what
the
his
2 weeks it was
definition
red
of
hot.
fancy is.
Yeah, right.
Especially
Like,
a fancy Applebee's.
Applebee's is not fancy. So,
They have some bomb chicken tenders, though.
yeah,
It's like going to a bougie Big Lots.
Yeah.
right. Like walking into a Waffle House with chandeliers.
Yeah, ooh, fancy. Crack open Woody and Jim's box of deeply awkward secrets. Everybody on the show has to answer the question, including our volunteer. Amanda's in Gallatin. Hey, Amanda.
Hey.
Hi.
Thanks for being so brave.
That's right.
As to answer this question, Zach is going to pull out of the box of deeply awkward questions.
Without even knowing what the question is, all of us have to answer.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
The question is, if you ended up in a coma for 10 years, still conscious but unable to communicate, would you want them to pull the plug?
Yes.
Ricki, that was a quick answer for Ricki.
For 10 years, motionless.
You're still conscious. You're just unable to communicate.
That one's hard. You'd want to be able to see your family and your loved ones grow and see them live their lives, but I'm agreeing with Ricki. Yes.
Okay.
You say pull the plug.
Yes.
This is a question that's kind of weird. Like, it assumes you wake up at the end of the 10 years, or does it? Like, it doesn't really say. So, like, if you could wake up at the end of 10 years and be fine, I still think that would be torture. I couldn't live through. Even if I say yes now, I would probably change my mind. So
Right.
I'm just going to go with the crowd on this one and say, no, I couldn't do it. I would live to see Zach do it, where he was not allowed to communicate for 10 years.
Or even speak.
Oh, wow.
Can you imagine Zach not being able to talk for 10 years?
That sounds awful for
It does sound
everybody
awful.
involved.
For everybody involved.
I just to see you just go.
That is so messed up, Jim.
Dang.
That is worse than your answer.
So what is your answer, Zach?
My answer is, if I'm still conscious but unable to communicate, yeah. Because at that point, I feel like I'm a vegetable, and I would hate the idea of being a burden on my family. If I'm just like in a coma, they have to come to me and see me at the hospital, but I can't communicate to them.
Right.
Then I would say, yeah.
So you say pull the plug too.
Yeah, pull the plug.
Well, I'm going to be an island here and say no.
Really?
I say don't pull the plug.
You want to live in your own brain?
I would just live in my brain for 10 years. People would come to visit. I'd be able to hear what they are actually saying about me.
That sounds like a very terrifying
Plus,
situation.
once every couple of days, a nurse might come in and give me a sponge bath.
Oh my God. Always got to turn to dirty somehow, some way.
I don't know.
Even the most messed up of situations.
You can take the man out of the creepy, but you can't take the creepy out of the man. I'm sorry.
Apparently. Learn that today.
Now, Ricki, you were witness to a huge calamity last night.
Yeah, I went to Whiskey Jam, and it was something.
It was something.
First off, the line was absolutely insane.
Oh, yeah, it's huge.
It was wild. I mean, Hardy was there, so I get why the line was insane.
Right.
It was in
But-
Midtown.
Yes, it was wrapped around the whole block. It was insane. So Melissa and I, who works in promo here, we decided that we were just going to go to Dogwood instead and stand on the outdoor balcony so that we could still see the show.
Probably
you
a
don't
good
have to stand in
call.
line
Which was
so
the
long,
best decision we could have made because so we went to go eat at Velvet Taco and we walked out and we said, whoa, this line is a lot. Do we stand in the line? Do we just go to Dogwood? Like, what do we do? And so happy we picked Dogwood because everybody that was in line basically couldn't get in because the floor collapsed inside
At
Losers.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
the entrance to get into the entire event had collapsed.
Isn't it ironic that it's the floor at Losers that collapsed?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So there was the fire department, the police department,
Wow.
all sorts of people there. They had to like check everything out to make sure like it was okay to
It was
continue.
structurally sound.
Well,
People
and it
could be
wasn't.
in there, yeah.
I saw that the on the news that the floor collapsing hit gas lines.
Yes.
Which
so there was a gas leak.
So there was a gas leak.
Oh.
So, I mean,
Oh,
just
fantastic.
calamity on calamity.
Yeah.
Even
Yes.
better for people out there smoking and stuff, yeah.
So when they came, though, that's when they decided, oh, yeah, nobody can go in here because not only is the floor collapsed, but there is a gas leak as well.
Wow.
So they had to close the whole inside of Losers, and they had to reset everything up, which we got to watch from Dogwood, which actually worked out really well. We literally were on top of Dogwood, and we were like,
Yeah.
are they going to continue with this? What are they going to decide to do? And Melissa and I were watching them all, like, gather around and have conversations with each other to decide what to do. They
Yeah.
started moving things to make it so that more people could fit in the back of
Right.
because it's outside. So
Right,
in the
right.
parking lot in the back of Losers. And the show went on, and it was fantastic. It was
And
a
Keith
wonderful show.
Urban showed
Yep,
up.
Keith Urban showed up
Wow.
and played guitar. It was a unbelievable show. It was absolutely fantastic. Just pure mayhem beforehand,
Just
though.
a fun show despite the Earth trying to swallow everyone.
Yes, exactly. If anything, I just feel bad. Obviously, nobody was hurt, but I feel bad for the people that were inside when that happened.
Oh, yeah.
Because
That's going to be quite a shock.
they let everybody in, so the people that were even let inside couldn't then come back to the show in the right place in line. So everybody that was already in there and had been in Loser since, I don't know, 2 p.m.
I saw people on Facebook posting they had been there since 2 p.m.
They then had to be pushed out, and when they got pushed out, everybody got just like thrown to the other side of the street on the other side. So like those people couldn't get back into their spots. So that sucks. I also feel bad for the bartenders that were inside because they missed out on money. So all around, like, very unfortunate in a lot of ways, but still a great show for the people that got to see it. For anybody that was even there, you could still hear it no matter where you were.
Wow.
It was phenomenal.
Yeah, it could have been much worse, though.
Oh, yeah. I'm just happy that nobody was hurt.
Yeah, absolutely. I bet you they're going to do a lot of checking of, like, decks and all that kind of stuff, and
they better.
flooring for future stuff, because, I mean, it's not like they
those
didn't know
those buildings are pretty old.
They are.
I mean,
and there were
Winners
a
and Losers
lot.
been there for a long
Like,
time.
when I tell you guys that there were so many people, like, it was insane, the line and the amount of people just standing on that one place on the floor for so long.
Yeah, the deck is like, it squeaks a lot when you walk over and you're going like, oh, this is going to be okay.
Exactly. So lots of people, but lots of fun. Nobody got hurt. It all worked out.
Calls right now, 615-737-9107. We'll hook you up with free tickets to see Wiz Khalifa and Logic in concert. A woman in Ohio claims to have a recording of Bigfoot.
Talking to her?
No, not talking to her.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Bigfoot.
See, he said he was Bigfoot.
So this is something she captured?
Yeah, she was out in the woods, and she recorded what she says is Bigfoot, which we all know is the best hide-and-seek champion of the last 100 years.
Yeah.
All right, here is supposed to be Bigfoot.
That's creepy.
Sounds like a fire truck in the distance.
It does.
There is a little bit of like sounds like an alarm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, if I was in the woods by myself and I heard that, I would flip out.
Yeah, because you'd be like, what in the world is that?
Yeah.
Most of the experts say it's probably not Bigfoot. It's probably like a coyote or something.
Yeah,
But
either way.
If you think it's Bigfoot, you just go ahead and believe that's Bigfoot.
I'm out of there.
Yeah, I don't want to
heard
be
it.
there.
Yeah.
Also, like I always say, we have to leave Bigfoot alone. Let
know.
him live his life.
He's an
know.
introvert. He needs his time alone.
He wants to
recharge.
hide.
He doesn't bother anyone.
Yeah.
He's just hanging out.
Yeah.
Also, fun fact that I just read before, more and more people are starting to believe in Bigfoot. They did a survey, and 13% of people said that they believe that Bigfoot is real, which is up from 11% last year.
I mean, I'm just saying, the world is such a fire pit that we need something to believe in. And if that's
And it
Bigfoot,
should be Bigfoot.
Got to mark our calendars because every year they have a big Bigfoot festival. In like Pigeon Forge.
And we missed it
And
this
we missed
year.
it this year. We got very excited about it. Then it came and went before we knew it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Never again.
is this like a furry convention where everybody dresses up as
Yes.
Bigfoot?
I hope so.
No, that's exactly it. So you should dress that way.
I'm in.
Please dress as Bigfoot.
Don't ask any questions. Just show up dressed like that.
You're
Please.
tall enough.
I know, I'm in.
That may not be the stated purpose of the Bigfoot convention, but you know that there's hotel room keys exchanged between people dressed as Bigfoot.
It's a gateway.
Y'all are sick.
Man against woman as we play Gender Wars.
It's time for men and women to answer questions for Gender Wars.
All right. Representing the ladies the world over we have Sam in Spring Hill. Good morning, Sam.
Good morning.
Morning.
Welcome.
And for the guys, we have Alfred in Lebanon. Hey, Alfred.
Hi.
Hello.
Here's your get acquainted questions to warm up a little bit. How about, Sam, we start with you. Tell us a useless fact.
I just had to Google this, but apparently some cats are allergic to people. Like, people are allergic to cats.
Is that why they're so standoffish?
I relate more and more to cats every day.
I know. Part feline.
That's a good one. Maybe the best one of the week. Alfred, what about you? You have a useless fact for us?
Yeah, I've known this for a while. It's actually illegal to share a Netflix password in Tennessee.
Oh.
It's illegal.
It's a law?
Oh, my
Wow.
God. I am a hard-time
I
criminal.
know.
Oh, my God.
Too.
We're all outlaws without
Sam
knowing
says
it.
too.
Yeah.
Come and arrest me, bro.
Okay,
Zach's
Zach,
actually-
relax.
Don't tase me, bro.
Zach wants to go to prison. That's actually one
That
of
is
his
one of his,
bucket
yeah,
list
bucket
items,
list,
which
yeah.
I
Big
know,
dumb idiot.
Go figure that out.
Somebody will
with
make
a
that come
therapist.
true one day for you.
Yeah.
Okay. Alfred and Sam, you each have a screw you can use if you don't know the answer to a question. Using the screw will give your question to your opponent.
Here we go. Multiple choice, Sam. LSU, Florida, or South Carolina. Which college football team has a stadium nicknamed the Swamp?
No, Florida.
There was a lot of sounds,
Yeah.
but then I heard Florida. so
Florida? Okay.
You're correct.
Yep. Florida is right.
Florida, thank you.
Okay, Alfred. Is Central Perk the coffee shop on Friends, This Is Us, or the Gilmore Girls?
Friends?
Yes, it
That's
is.
right. Okay. We're
All
tied
tied
up. Sam, the mechanic needs to work on your ABS. What is that?
Anti-lock brake system.
Anti-lock brake.
Wow.
Look at you go.
Nice job. All right, 2-1.
What clothing store has Dress for Less in its name, Alfred?
A lot
Round
of
time.
time.
It's Ross.
I live at Ross.
Ross.
Sam, were you secretly wishing that he used the screw on that
Oh,
one?
more than anything.
So,
All right. Well, you have a 2-1 lead. That means if you get this one right, it's all over with, Sam. The WWE wrestling show Raw comes on what night of the week?
Monday.
Monday night
Monday
Raw.
Night
Look
Raw.
at Sam
Look at
go.
you go.
I might have watched Raw.
mop the floor.
Sam was ready for this.
No
This
kidding.
game. Nice. Hey, Alfred, thanks a
Been
lot.
trying for months.
Oh, good.
Well,
good,
we're
good
happy
for you.
you
You
finally
made
got
it.
through and you won.
Yeah, it was totally worth it. Thank you for your persistence in trying to get through. You will get through. People see, she's the proof.
It
Dreams do
happens.
come true. The people who run the Dish Network asked their subscribers if the United States were going to Hogwarts, what house would each state be sorted into?
Okay.
All right, so these are people that get Dish Network.
Right.
Decided for all of us.
They did.
They're the sorting.
Interesting.
They
They're
did.
the sorting hat.
They are the sorting hat. Here's a spoiler. Pretty much most of the country is Slytherin. That makes sense.
Makes total
That
sense.
makes, yeah,
Yeah, that's
that
kind
makes
of the
total
mood.
sense.
that's probably the one thing that has made sense in the last few years.
Only 3 of those states were Gryffindor.
Were we one of
Which
them?
one?
Nevada, along with New Hampshire and Connecticut, were Gryffindor.
Okay.
We were among 16 states that were Ravenclaw,
Oh,
the forgotten
interesting.
house.
Can I
Yeah.
just say, probably, I'm just going to take a guess. Most of the people in this survey that took it were in the 3 states that said Gryffindor. Because I think most people just go, oh, yeah, I would be in Gryffindor because that's when Harry was in. And everybody else is Slytherin. You know what I mean? Or something like that. Because nobody usually labels themselves.
And
as-
nobody actually has Dish except for those 3 states.
Yeah.
So-
That's true. Yeah.
Point made. Yes.
And if if it rains, they can't see anything anyway.
Yeah.
Up in Kentucky, they are also Slytherin.
Okay, so
Oh.
we're Ravenclaw, they're Slytherin.
Exactly.
All right. Well, I'll take
So,
Ravenclaw. It's not a
Yeah.
offensive
At least it's not
label.
Hufflepuff.
Woody and Jim in the morning on 107.5 The River.
Jim, you've got something making us happy and proud.
Yeah, this is being called a miracle by everybody that was there. Really scary. This is slightly graphic, but I'll try to tone down what you hear. So, two people were walking along the Woodland Street Bridge in Nashville the other night when a tractor-trailer truck, a semi, drove off the road onto the sidewalk and struck a 23-year-old woman and a 30-year-old man.
Oh, wow.
And the truck drove off. But, of course, there's a lot of people walking on that bridge back and forth over the river.
Right.
And that's when a couple of people, a 21-year-old along with his teenage brother, Mark Harrison, saw what happened. And this is what they heard from the man on the ground. He said, "I'm going to die. Please save me. God help me." So on and so forth.
Whoa.
So Mark, 17 years old, jumped into action. He said, "I took his pants off and wrapped him around his leg as good as I could get. And my friend had another shirt that he wrapped around his leg, too. A witness gave up his belt to help with the pressure."
So, like doing tourniquets.
Yeah. And they did, I guess, the same thing for the woman. They were helping her out, and they were lifting their legs up high so that when they were bleeding from their midsection, it wouldn't come out as fast.
Wow.
Now, these are things that they learned, and this is something I've never heard of, but thank God they did go to this. They were recently trained by missionaries at a Bible survival and combat camp.
Really?
Oh.
Which I don't even know anything about
Didn't know that was a thing, yeah.
But that's where they got the training to do what they did. They prayed over them until paramedics arrived, and they are in the hospital in stable condition. These two people that got hit by the truck.
It's amazing that they're okay right now.
If they were not
Absolutely.
there, they definitely would have died.
Absolutely.
Wow.
There are so many things that lined up perfectly for these people to have been saved. So it's a miracle, and it's what's making us happy this morning with Woody and Jim on 107.5 The River.
So we open up Woody and Jim's box of deeply awkward questions.
It's going to get really awkward. We've got to answer all the questions, and we get one at a time here. And
who found these questions? Was it Zach? Because if so, I want nothing to do with that.
No, he has been barred from
thank God.
I'm not allowed to ask questions.
They're all in sealed envelopes, so you have to draw one out
because
to
you're
open it up.
insane.
Yeah.
Okay. So Zach, pull one out, and we'll start to answer here.
Okay. The question is, where is the weirdest place you have peed?
Okay.
The weirdest place.
Weirdest place.
So that's a lot harder for me, though. I don't have many weird places.
Well, sure. It's definitely much more of a challenge.
Yeah, ladies have to pick and choose a little bit more.
I
Men
don't really
can just
have a
go
weird
and point
place.
in some general direction.
Like I have like the woods, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you got to do what you got to do. But other than
Sure.
that, I don't really have a weird place.
Okay, you got lucky on this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, the woods
Yeah.
is your answer.
It's definitely the weirdest place, I guess.
All right,
Jim, where's the weirdest place you have peed?
This was kind of funny. I remember when I was in college, I was driving back to school with a friend of mine after a break, and we lived out in the country, kind of like a UT. What's it called? Out in the middle of Tennessee. I forget the name, but anyway, it was out in the middle of the country, and we had to stop and use a bathroom, and there was nowhere to go. So I said, all right, well, let me pull off to the side. There's like a car dealer that's closed. This is like at 9:30 at night. And so we kind of peed against the side of the building of this car dealer because there was no lights.
Makes sense.
Okay.
Until the flashing lights came.
The cops came?
Oh.
Yeah. They pulled up the spotlight and, they showed.
Did they think you were stealing cars?
I don't think they knew what we were doing until they turned the spotlight onto us. And,
As you were peeing?
Yeah.
Ah, yes.
Yeah. And
Talk
then,
about stage fright.
at that point, it was too late.
Zach.
We were already going. And I just said, all right, just get out of here.
Oh, so you didn't get in trouble?
No. He understood we needed to use the bathroom. He said, probably poor choice. But
Probably so.
I understand. Woody,
where is the weirdest place you've peed?
I have a couple to choose from here.
Oh.
A couple? Do you have a note of all the crazy places you've peed in your phone?
you've actually consulted your phone. What is this?
Well, I was looking for some names. But when I was about 16, I apparently was sleepwalking, and I was on my mom's porch peeing and waving to traffic because she lived on a busy road.
Waving to traffic. Hello.
And I'm doing it, and my mom comes to the door.
So friendly.
And she goes, "Son?" And I guess I kind of woke up and went, "What am I doing here?" She goes, "You're peeing."
Weird.
And waving to traffic. Hello, everybody.
He conveniently says he was sleeping.
I was sleeping.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's what they all say.
All right.
great.
Zach, you're next. Where's the weirdest place you've peed?
I think it has to be in a parking garage downtown during CMA Fest. Because I refused to use one of the porta potties because it smelled so awful.
Parking
That checks
garage
out.
smelled better.
Yeah, the parking garage smelled better,
That
and
makes
it was
sense.
like middle of the day, hot CMA Fest. I was not going in
Yeah.
the porta potty,
Yeah.
so I peed in the parking garage right next to my car. Were
Next
there-
to your car, at least. So
yeah,
that's
at least next to my car.
that's something
Did
there.
you pee on your tire like a dog?
Thankfully, no. I did not doggy style this one. This is out of the box of deeply awkward questions. Assuming they are both alive, if you were forced to make your mother or your father, poof, disappear, which one would you choose? Which one would go bye-bye?
Woody, you get to go first.
Well, both of my parents are sadly deceased, but I'm less sad that my father's deceased. So, yeah, that'd be an easy one.
That was
Yeah.
an easy choice
Yeah.
for Woody.
Yeah, my dad was kind of a douche.
Okay.
I took
All
after
right.
my mom. My mom raised me. So,
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, dad is gone.
So, the question is assuming they're both alive. My parents passed. My dad last year passed away. So, this is a really tough one. This is Jim. And if they were both alive and I knew what was going to happen, I would make my mom disappear because she was sick for many years before she passed.
So, you'd rather avoid the pain she'd have to go through.
Yeah.
That was a nice
That's a nice
way to
noble,
go
that's a
around
noble
it.
way to do it, yeah.
In total, I was blessed by,
It'd be a
by
mercy
having
thing,
really
yeah.
wonderful mom and dad. They were both great.
Right,
so,
right.
I would just, I'd rather not have her go through that. So,
Okay.
but still, that doesn't make it feel any better. Like, I still loved having her around even when she was sick.
Yeah.
Zachary.
I actually am in the same boat as Woody. This is very easy for me. If you've listened to the show for a while, you know that my sperm donor, biological father,
Right.
was Tennessee's #1 deadbeat dad. So that's an easy one for me. Poof!
And that was that's a fact.
And,
Yeah.
and your biological father is like a magician.
He's a hypnotist, has a show in
So-
Las Vegas.
So you could make him poof disappear, and they
Oh
just
my
think it was part of his
God.
act.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. That almost like it wouldn't be as fun if they thought it was part of his act.
Right.
You just
True.
you just make sure it happens outside of
Those
the
are two
show.
really random true facts. That my dad was the #1 deadbeat dad in the state of Tennessee and is a hypnotist in Vegas. It's
Right.
so weird.
Right.
So-
that was actually a list posted in the Tennessean, and
Yeah.
he was #1.
Yeah. He can't come back to the state of Tennessee.
Wow.
That's correct.
Or you have to owe a lot of money.
Yep.
All right.
Okay, Ricky,
For anybody just joining us, repeat the question one more time.
the question is, assuming they are both alive, if you were forced to make your mother or your father, poof, disappear.
Oh my gosh.
Which one would you choose?
Wow. This is not a nice question.
Yes, that's why that's called the deeply awkward
Awkward
question.
question.
Not a
box.
nice question.
The best part is that I know that both of Ricky's parents listen, so
Okay. All right. So one of them will know their
So-
days are numbered.
I'm going to be yelled at by someone today.
Yes.
Oh, that's so hard. I mean, I love both my parents equally. I guess I would.
I already know what you're gonna say.
I don't think you do. I guess I would make my dad poof.
Oof.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna say your mom. Why your
Are
dad?
you going to elaborate?
Well, your mom has a delightful singing voice that we've heard.
She sang at a lot of bars here in Nashville.
Yeah.
You know, when it comes down to it, like your mom's your mom.
Yeah.
So like no matter what, there's something so comforting about your mom.
Right.
Where like even when I'm sick, I still want my mom to like
Oh, yeah.
hold me.
Yeah.
So like your mom's always just your mom. I don't know. I guess that's why.
Dads
that's
have
really
to accept that.
Yeah.
Most of the time, that is the case. That mom is always going to be mom.
Yeah, but I love my parents both equally.
Okay.
They're both amazing
Clearly
people.
not if you want your dad to poof.
I had to answer the question,
She
Zach.
was forced.
That's it.
But you're right.
Zach has got your celebrity stuff.
If you'll remember back in October of 2020, Chrissy Teigen and John Legend unfortunately lost their third child, Jack.
Right.
Sad. Clearly, they were extremely upset. So Chrissy Teigen actually shared on Instagram yesterday and said, the last few years have been a blur of emotions to say the least, but lately, as you can see, we have another on the way. So they clearly
yay.
do IVF.
Congrats for them.
Good for them.
Yeah. So she is pregnant with baby number 4 at this point. And so she said, every appointment I've said to myself, okay, if it's healthy today, I'll announce. But then I finally revealed.
Oh, yeah.
Totally get it.
You guys super cautious, especially with your past.
Yeah, 100%. And
Yeah.
I will say the photo that she shared on Instagram was ridiculously beautiful. Literally, she's wearing like this lingerie showing off her baby bump. Like, she looks so stunning. I'm like, girl, what? How? A couple weeks ago, Kylie Jenner was getting slammed for apparently driving to her private jet, which was 30 minutes away, taking like an 18-minute flight and then landing when she could have just driven like 40 or 45 minutes and been there.
Yeah.
So a lot of people were like talking about her and her private jets and flaunting all of her private jets. And then it came out that Taylor Swift's private jet, apparently she was like the climate criminal because her private jet had been flown like 170 times over the last 6 or 7 months.
Right.
Already this year, 170 trips.
But not to go to like Target like Kylie did.
Right.
And she also said that she wasn't the only one using her jet.
Yeah, her publicist did say Taylor's jet is loaned out regularly to other individuals, so to attribute most or all of these trips to her is blatantly incorrect. So then a lot of people were thinking, like, conspiracy theories that Kris Jenner actually released the private jet data about Taylor Swift.
She absolutely did.
To get the everything away from Kylie Jenner.
That woman knows what
Get the
she's
attention.
doing.
Yes.
She's
and so
smart.
she's brilliant.
Evil but smart.
Part of the reason that they are who they are is because of her and the way that she maneuvers everything in their favor.
99.5% of the reason is because of
She
Kris
is
Jenner.
literally a genius.
She's a master.
Yes. So there's a lot of people that are saying that, like, I love Taylor, but I'd never take a statement from her about climate seriously after seeing this. I really think she has to do better. So the attention was taken away from Kylie Jenner because of apparently Kris Jenner leaked all of Taylor Swift's data. And I'm like, brilliant, petty move, Chris. I'm here for it. So if you want to see all of those details and some of the memes that people made, you can like The River on Facebook and check it out right there.
Trending. Here's what's trending this morning with Woody and Jim on 107.5 The River.
Brought to you by Mark Spain Real Estate. Zach.
Quick poll of the room. Which side of the bed do you sleep on? If you're looking at the bed, do you sleep on the left or the right?
Left.
Right.
Depends. Mostly right, probably.
Well, you have a choice.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Mostly right.
So a new survey suggests that people that sleep on the left side of the bed are actually more likely to be optimistic. So if you're looking at the
false.
This is absolutely false in my house.
This is not true.
Well,
I sleep on the left side of the bed.
and you're the opposite.
And
Yep.
my wife has slept on the left side of the bed for our entire marriage, and she is totally the pessimist.
Yeah. So survey apparently is incorrect.
Yeah.
Yep.
According
Your survey
to this
is
room.
crap.
Says the
Throw it
pessimist.
out.
Yeah, it says the
Yep,
pessimist.
See? Just proving the point here.
So yeah, there's that. Also, it says people who sleep on the right are less likely to say that they have a good sense of humor than those who sleep on the left side.
Okay, that's all wrong, too.
Well, there's that.
Throw it in the trash.
Glad it's all fake news.
I hope
Ricky,
they
what
spent
you
a
got?
lot of money on that.
Right?
So this is really messed up, and no one seems to really be talking about it, but right now we have an epidural shortage.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. The drugs that actually make childbirth tolerable?
Less painful?
Somewhat
Yeah.
tolerable,
Yeah.
yeah, from what I've heard. I've never had a baby, but from what I've heard, it makes it somewhat tolerable.
Right.
Still hurts a lot. But yeah, it's worldwide.
Really?
It's
Wow.
hitting really hard in Australia and Canada. Also in the U.S., though. So they said that it should have been sorted out by last month. It has not been.
Kind of like everything.
Yeah.
Like everything, exactly.
Yeah.
Wow.
They don't really have any explanation as to why. I'm assuming, though, that the kits just aren't being made because of supply chain stuff and whatever the heck else excuses they have.
So messed up.
But just something to keep in mind that this is actually happening right now, and no say on when they'll fix it, unfortunately.
Do your breathing exercises.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Wow.
Jim, what you got?
Actually, 2 kinds of people will not be allowed to fly. The people that lost their minds and had to be duct taped to their seat while they were on a flight, and anybody that doesn't have a real ID. The Tennessee driver's license will not be good enough to get you on a plane in 9 months. So they really want to get the word out.
Yeah.
Get the real ID. If you do have a passport, though, you're okay.
Okay.
As long as it's a valid passport, like it's not expired, that can take the place of a real ID. Otherwise, you have to go and where you would get your driver's license, I believe.
Yep. You just go get your driver's license, and it puts a little star on it.
Get your updated one.
I got one.
Thanks for listening to and recommending the Woody and Jim Show podcast. Listen to Woody and Jim in real time every weekday morning on 107.5 The River, Nashville, or live on the iHeartRadio app.